June and July, we just really got in there and started lifting. Coach Battle had a good plan for what we wanted to get done, and just seeing girls make big gains in the weight room, and you can now see it paying dividends as we're in off-season conditioning. And then also Alabama High School allows us to have a 2-hour practice a week,
right,
which we just got done with. So we do that once a week on Thursdays, so that's usually a time where we're getting to rep and scrimmage a little bit and do different things there.
Now, you talked about expectations. It's a blessing and a curse to go to the Elite Eight your first year, because now, you're looking at it, everybody's looking at it like, okay, well, now we got to go further than that, right? Well, there's not much further you can go. Talk to us a little bit about what kind of product you expect to see on the field out of these ladies this year. What type of softball is it going to be?
I honestly think we're going to be better than last year.
Sure.
Love the group from last year, but I think we're sitting here now. We're a little bit more athletic. Year two under me and Coach Battle and Coach Durbin and Coach Boswell, when you have the same coaching staff come back, that's a very big plus for the girls.
We hadn't talked about it. You got a great staff. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you got a great staff too. That's part of the key, obviously, yeah.
And that's a big part in it. But when you are able to kind of have the leadership we do, I think the vibe right now between the team, they get along real well. But I think we're going to be faster. We returned 2 of our top 3 pitchers. We turned our top 3 hitters as far as average. So I'm really excited about what this team can do, and we've got a couple kids coming in that I think can help immediately. So I'm very excited about that.
Fantastic. Now, the season doesn't start till, February, March. But now there's something coming up in October where fans can kind of get a taste of softball and maybe play a little bit of it themselves. Tell us about what's coming up on October 25th.
Yes, October 25th, we have our second annual hit-a-thon. Each girl will be out collecting donations, and you can donate per hit, per home run, or you can donate a flat fee for them to help support. It helps us with equipment and travel, food, and different uniforms, different expenses. Not if everybody knows out there, but, if you're going to raise the money, whatever you want to do, you got to raise it. We're not give a certain amount of budget, so, every little bit helps. We're going to have a fan home run derby this year. Coach Wallace, I just talked to him at the break, so Coach J.B. Wallace is going to come out and hit and get a chance to see that. Maybe Cam Shanks will decide he wants to take a couple cuts.
He just nodded and grinned. I think
he's nodding and grinning, so maybe Cam will come on. But we have a big time, and we let the fans come out and swing it as well. But it's just a night where we get to showcase our girls' talents. You haven't seen them since last May, so it's a good night for that. Last year, like I said, we had a great time, and you being on the mic on the field, we kind of keep it as a home run derby, keep the music going.
I had a lot of fun
we have a blast.
Last year. That was cool.
We have a blast, and what we do, we don't charge admission. All we ask is that you bring a case of water or Gatorade or some kind of snack or something that can go towards the girls for the springtime.
All right,
so it's a lot of good things, but it's coming up October 25th, so it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, great way for the community to contribute and get involved with the program. That's awesome. Well, look, introduce to one of the ladies over here. Let's talk to them a little bit, and you'll have to share the mic because I want you to talk about them too. Gotcha. So,
all right. First up, we have Grace Easterlin. She's right here to my right, sitting down. Grace is a senior outfielder. She'll play left field and center field for us.
Okay.
She just kind of stepped into the leadership role.
Right.
I kind of think she's kind of the mama hen. She kind of keeps everybody in check with what's going on with the team, and she does a lot of really good things and very athletic, so I expect a lot of good things from her.
Well, and being mama hen, I found it ironic that when Cam says complicated, she laughed harder than anybody. Like, she was like, I know everything that's going on and who likes who, and I know, so anyway, that's funny. All right, so Grace, who's your favorite softball coach right now that you're playing for in the upcoming season?
I don't have a favorite.
Oh, it is.
Maybe Durbin.
I was saying head coach. I was trying to make it easy, but, that's still all right. No, being a senior, the second year with Coach Pittman, but being a senior coming into the upcoming season, what are you looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm just looking for a great season. Being a senior, it goes by quick. I've seen it with, the past seniors, and I really want to have a good season with all my teammates.
Sure, fantastic. And we don't have a whole lot of time. Stacy, we got 5 minutes. All right, we're good. Maybe we'll show us one or two more players. Introduce us, Coach Pittman. Or you tell who you are. How about that?
Oh, I'm Sarah Jones. I'm a senior this year.
Sarah, now what position you play? Middle infield?
Middle infield, first.
Yeah.
Pitcher.
Okay, all right. How long have you been playing softball?
I've been playing softball since I was 11.
11 years old. All right, fantastic. And you love it?
I did love it.
I gotcha. Now, I don't think I know. You want to keep playing after high school, or you done with softball after this year? Or
I am
who knows?
looking. I'm talking to colleges.
Okay.
I'm going on visits, and I'm looking to play after to go to college.
That's exciting. Good deal. All right. So let's meet somebody else.
My name is Kylie Jarvis.
What's up, Kylie? How are you doing tonight?
Good.
All right,
I'm a senior.
All right. What position do you play?
Pitcher and outfield.
All right. Cool. And didn't you play a little bit of infield? No, never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else. All right. So anyway, I was putting you at third instead of Katie. That's my bad. All right. Keep on going down the line. Who else we got?
Hi, I'm Katie Chandler, and I'm a sophomore, and I play pitcher and third base.
Now, Katie, I don't mean to. I just need to know who won the home run derby for the team last year.
Basically me.
That was a loaded question. I knew the answer before I asked it.
Yeah.
All right. Who else we got down there?
Hi, I'm Kaylee Robles.
What's up,
I'm
Kaylee?
a junior.
Now, all right. I feel like at our stadium we have one of the best atmospheres ever because your dad, Brian Jackson, and myself are the Ministry of Ballpark Fun, and we keep it good. What do you think? Is it all right?
I agree with that.
Is it all right? Yeah, the music's
it's
always
great.
top-notch. Sound. Yeah, all right, fantastic.
Y'all are on it.
Where do you play? Where are you at?
Middle infield.
Middle
but
infield,
mainly
yeah.
short.
I hear you. And you play, because I got to know your dad pretty good. I mean, you play travel ball all the time. Well, all y'all do. You're playing all year round. It never stops for
Yeah.
you. Cool, fantastic. All right,
Yeah.
thank you, ladies. Let's pass it now. Now, Coach Wallace.
Yes, sir.
One of my favorite things, man. You had just been hired as the coach at Prattville, I guess the tail end of 2 years ago. It was still, the school year was just not even quite over with. And I'm sitting up in the press box, and I look down to my right, and lo and behold, there's J.B. Wallace at a softball game, and you hadn't been named coach for a day or two. What's that about?
It's just about support. I mean, everywhere
Right.
you look around, those ladies, Coach Pittman, they support our football players. They support our football program. They're always there. They're always visible. And so, I wanted to make sure to show them that I appreciate everything that they do and then that we're there for them as well.
I think it's huge, man. That was awesome. I just want to talk about that for a minute.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, anything else you want to give a parting shot before you guys leave us tonight?
Hey, it's an exciting brand of ball. Come out and see us this year. Come out tomorrow night and support this football team. Big game tomorrow night, and hope for staying hope.
Contractually, I can't say that, but I'm glad you did. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love Stanhope and Prattville. All right. Well, fans, thanks so much for tuning in to the show tonight. We're so glad that you're with us, those of you who are listening on Dixie Country 100.1 and those who are watching us on Facebook, through Prattville Live, through YouTube. You're listening to the Coach J.B. Wallace Show. We'll be right back after this break.
Durbin Auto Parts on South Memorial Drive is proud to be a supporter of Prattville Lions Athletics. As your locally owned CarQuest dealer, the Durbin family assures you that they'll get the right parts the first time. They also carry the full line of steel power equipment and die-hard batteries. When you do business with Durbin Auto Parts, your money stays in Prattville so they can support the local community and great programs like Prattville Lions Athletics. Durbin Auto Parts, 948 South Memorial Drive, Prattville.
Think local. Think of all the skill and talent found right here in our community. Hands that build, hands that feed, teach, protect, and hands that heal. Guardian Credit Union reaches out to people just like you. Handling loans for new cars, opening doors to new homes, saying yes to fun and adventure. When you need a strong, steady financial hand, think local. Think Guardian.
You fired up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
Hun, those ribs ready?
No. Ribs, better with Pepsi.
It's a long pass down the amazing aisles at Prattville Pickers.
Fans, if you're not at Rock's Barbecue, you're missing out tonight. Maybe next week you can make it. Come by tonight. It's not too late. We're at 307 South Memorial Drive. You're listening to the Coach J.B. Wallace Show. I'm your host, Chris Britton. Coach, that was a fun segment with the softball players. But, hey, let's bring it back to football for just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And the couple of segments ago, we got to meet the Player of the Week, Pepsi Buffalo Rock, Cam Shanks. Now, I know there's quite a few other awards that get passed out every week. Run us through some of those other ones, please.
Yeah, first we'll talk about our offensive and defensive Player of the Week. That's sponsored by Soul Revival. It's our powerhouse Player of the Week.
Right.
Offensively, it was Cam Rich for his performance stepping in, playing quarterback first game for us back there. He did a tremendous job. Defensively, for our Soul Revival powerhouse Player of the game, is going to be Sam Payne. 21 tackles. I mean, he was all over the place.
How many for loss and sacks?
And he's actually in the running for the WSFA Player of the Week as well.
I saw that, yeah.
Not certain when that voting deadline is up, but if you hadn't voted for Sam, make sure you vote. We have a couple other guys as well. Vote for those guys. We have a money team, which we talked about our money team. That's our scout team. That's our future.
Yeah.
We could change the name to the Future Line Award.
I like it,
But, defensively it was Will Daniel. His kid plays linebacker for us. He's been showing up in JV games doing extremely well. I've been proud of his development so far, but he had a great week of practice last week. And for the offense, it was Brody Bowman. And he's a returning guy that won this award because he's making plays every week.
Yeah.
Brody's all over the place. He plays receiver for us. He's one of those long-range receivers, and he don't mind going to get it. So, we give him the responsibility of being the top receiver on the other team, and we want him to do it better than that guy does.
Right.
Plays himself.
That's right.
He does that.
It's a big role to fill.
Yes, sir. Special Teams Award, which is a dual sponsor with the Special Team Award. By the way, our money team award is sponsored by Subway. So we're very thankful for that. Our Special Team Award, Fox's Pizza and Milo's, they both sponsor our Special Team Award. This week it was Reed Montgomery. Reed Montgomery with the game-winning field goal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He definitely came out and did his job there. We have Student of the Week. We promote academics, and that's something that we built this thing on. When I first got here, I said we're going to be strong academically in our program, and we've seen it. And Coach Foreman is actually that we met earlier. He's actually our academic coordinator. So he does a great job with that as far as keeping everybody up to pace with that. We actually have a staff meeting on Sundays. That's the first thing we talk about when we get in. We get in, we talk about academics. We have coaches that are involved. And they have accountability groups. You've kind of seen our accountability work. And we talk about academics and not just the guys that are not doing as good, but the guys that are doing good or may have improved and things like that. So, but anyway, Student of the Week for the varsity this week is Gabe Adams, plays offensive line for us. And he's grown as a player as well, but also as a student, doing a great job in the classroom. And for our freshman, Student of the Week is Dorset Jackson. Plays defensive back and some receiver for the freshman team.
Knowing his dad, that surprises me. He does well. No, I'm kidding. I'm just picking on you, Martin. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know for a fact he's going to be on top of his academics. We had the JV Player of the Week, which was Zane Viscom, plays offensive line for us. Has improved tremendously since the summer. I think he may be a guy, this time next year we're going to be talking a lot about him if he, continues to grow and he has a great offseason. I mean, he's going to be a guy that we're really going to be leaning on next year.
That's fantastic.
And for our freshman player of the game is Tristan Blackman. And Jersey Mike sponsor our freshman JV Player of the Week. So thank you to all the businesses that contribute to our program and everything that they do.
Now, I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Subway sponsored one of us. Is it a specific Subway or Subway in general?
Yes, sir. It's the Subway you mentioned it.
Is it Coach Mr. Payne's?
Yes, sir.
So it's the one right by 65 on Highway 14?
Yes, it's the one by 65.
Behind Dairy Queen, sort of.
Behind Dairy Queen, yes, sir.
I figured so, but I want to make sure that we get the props to the right Subway.
That's correct. That's correct.
And that's what's been powering Sam, evidently, to have these monstrous ball games. So.
Yeah. I've been trying to feed it to my son. Maybe.
Yeah, folks, go to Subway and get your child to play like a madman.
That's right.
Now, one of the things you mentioned as you were talking about the awards was accountability. Share with I don't know that the fan base really knows what you're talking about I love the program. I love the premise and the idea. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, we have our team split up into 8 different groups. We call them accountability groups. And there's a coach that heads each group. He's responsible for tracking them academically. And also, little things like, are they on time? Are they tardy to class? Are they on time to class? Hey, I saw him do something good. We make a note of that, so it's not always bad. But so everything that you do that isn't to our standard per week, and we set the standard, and this right there is clear. There is no gray area. This is what we do. And if you, by any chance, have any infractions on that, you get a tally mark. And so Wednesday is the day that the accountability group meets, and then there's a little extra work that's involved when you have those points.
So let me get this straight. So if me and my whole team, if I'm the only one that got an accountability mark, I'm the only one that does anything, right?
No, everybody
on
the accountability group. Everybody.
So they police themselves a little bit, and that promotes leadership, I think, right?
And it holds them accountable. That's why we call it accountability, but it does build leadership, and that's what we've seen, and that's the experience in this program that we put in, just accountability and leadership, building leadership. And to see some guys that may have been adding up on little points every day, and all of a sudden they're not adding up points anymore, not on them, and they're trying to tell someone else, hey, look, man, you got to start doing this. You got to start wearing the right thing. So
I love it because on Wednesdays I'm usually out there in the evening, and I get to see them do that, and it's so fun to watch. Some days, especially beginning of the season, they're like, man, why we do, and then it's become, why y'all doing this to make us have to do this, and then it's just, it doesn't happen as much anymore.
That's right.
It's like they figure it out. Well, Coach, let's.
Coach, real quick, I was just checking here on Facebook. You have been challenged.
Okay.
In the home run derby.
Okay.
Coach Jason Fisher wants a piece of you.
Jason Fisher. Okay. Hey, well, I'll tell you what. Then he can't do any extra practicing before October 25th. So if I got to go in there cold, he got to go in there cold. He's gonna start working out more, and he's gonna start hitting in the batting cage. I already know him.
Yeah, that you better believe it.
Well, evidently, the home run derby just got sponsored by Lemac Physical Therapy because there's people hurt after it's over with, I'm afraid. Oh, goodness. So, all right, big ball game this week. We're traveling the short drive over to the other side of I-65 to our neighbor. From your playing days to your coaching days early on to today, it's a pretty big game.
It is, and it always has been, but it's big this year because, for one, we're just now starting to find our stride. We're just now starting to get an identity because we've had a quarterback change, and we've been playing well defensively all year. But, offensively, we've established a run game early in the year. We've shown we can do that, and now we've just kind of, established, our stride of where we are. And so it's a huge game to continue that and continue to get better and, and of course, to win.
Yeah, of course. So on the offensive side of the ball, what stands out to you on tape for the Mustangs?
Well, it's the quarterback.
Yeah.
Everything starts with the quarterback with them. He's a guy that gets the ball in the hands that they need to be in. I mean, he does a real good job of that. Mm-hmm. Their offensive line is typical Stanhope offensive line. They're going to be, gritty. They're going to be, aggressive up front. They have two receivers, number 4 and 12, that I see on film that jump out. I'm also number 10, but number 4 and 12, I think that's where the offense goes through those guys, and we got to do a great job of swarming them, getting hats to the ball. I feel like they're going to take more chances down the field. They're going to try to, spread the ball and stretch the field offensively. Defensively, well, you hadn't asked me defensively.
Yeah, I was about to. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. But defensive line, their defensive line is probably one of the better defensive lines we've seen all year. 94, 95, 91. I mean, the whole gang of them, they can play. They get after it. They have a safety, number 1, that plays well. He flies. He plays at a different speed than everyone. So we got to know where he is and have a plan for him.
That's fantastic. So it's a big ball game. I know it means a lot of fans make that drive over. It's a short drive. I mean, do you expect to see some Prattville fans in the stands as well?
Yes, sir. I feel like we're going to be there. We're going to be strong. Our student section is going to be there, going to be loud.
Yeah.
That's what family do. Family's going to show up, and we're all family.
Does it make a difference when the big crowd's there to support you?
Well, we want them there every week.
Of course.
We want them there every week.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, fans, we are winding down on this week's show of the Coach J.B. Wallace Show. We thank you so much for listening in, those of you listening on Dixie Country 100.1. Thanks for being here. Coach, you got any parting shot? We've got about 5 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you what, just be there early and be loud tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you we'll see you Friday. Enjoy Hey Coach.
See you tomorrow night. B. Wallace Show